Last year we did a complete renovation of our kitchen and another kitchen at one of our rental properties. So in this video I will talk about how to design the kitchen layout, and make sure that you watch this video till the very end because I will be sharing like tips for your kitchen remodeling. I'm not a kitchen designer nor an interior designer, so whatever I speak and suggest in this video is purely from my personal experience. After 2 complete kitchen renovations, I came to 5 steps that I would follow to any other kitchen renovation project in the future. These are the 5 steps that you can follow and create your dream kitchen. So let's start from step 1. The step 1 is measuring. Measuring is the key moment for your kitchen renovation. Make sure that you get all the measurements correct and make sure that you include the clearance, the width, the height, and all those things from the floor to the ceiling, from one side to another side of the wall. Make sure that you get all those things correct, and I would highly suggest you to measure them multiple times. But later on, before putting your order, I would highly suggest you to ask the professionals or maybe the installers to come and measure so that they take the responsibility from you, and that way if something doesn't fit in the future, it's not your personal responsibility. Now the second step is to sketch it on the paper. So since you have the measurements, based on those measurements you can sketch on the paper loosely what you want to have in your kitchen. Do you want to have pantry, do you want to have peninsula, or maybe an island? All those things that you want, you need to sketch it on the paper. Just take a pencil and a paper, do your best and try to visualize whatever you want to have. And when you are sketching it on the paper, you want to consider the sizes of the cabinets and also make sure that it fits to your space, all included in those measurements that you have taken in the first step. And step number 3 is very, very important that I highly suggest to anyone, to any project. So since you're doing it on your own and you do not have any experience, I assume since you're watching this video, you want to make sure that it's gonna be practical, functional, and you are going to feel comfortable moving around in your new future kitchen. You want to take a blue tape or maybe white tape, any tape that can be visible on the floor, on the walls, and can be easily removed. Based on the sketch that you have made, you will just tape it on the floor, on the wall. This is going to help you to visualize what goes to which place. And now after you have all those blue tapes, then you can leave it for a couple days at least and try to move around those blue taped places. Think about if it's comfortable for you, because in the future if you put the cabinets on those places, then it's gonna be permanent, right? For putting those cabinets, installing them, you want to make sure that it's really comfortable, it's really functional for you. You are moving nobody's clashing at each other, especially if you are changing the entire layout of your kitchen and it's totally different from your old kitchen layout. If blue tape is not enough, I often use the boxes. Any box that you have at home can serve the purpose. You can put them on the floor and imagine that those are the base cabinets. And if you're putting a peninsula or island, I think it's even more important because you want to make sure that you have enough clearance and it's really functional for everybody, not only you. Another thing that blue tape test helps is figure out if the placement of your appliances such as dishwasher, fridge, and if those are really accessible for people in the kitchen. So blue tape test and using also boxes on top of that is really helpful, is really nice for you just to figure out all your requirements, all your needs for your new kitchen. And by the way, if you're new to this channel, then welcome. My name is Miriam and I'm a mom, a wife, and work in tech, and also I make a lot of home renovation projects. So if you're interested in those, make sure that you subscribe to this channel since I will be sharing all those experiences experiences in this channel. Getting the free design consultation from your local stores such as Home Depot, Lowe's, IKEA, maybe cabinets to go if you have, or maybe any other like small local cabinetry shops. Since you are going to purchase cabinets, I assume just from one locations, because you're most probably gonna get like similar cabinets and just from one collection, and it's most likely going to be just from one store or like one location maybe, then I would highly suggest to go to that store and talk to the representatives. In my personal experience, I went to Home Depot, talked to the kitchen designers when I was working on our rental properties kitchen renovation. And I went to the Cabinets to Go local store when I was working on our kitchen remodeling project. So I have two different experiences, but process is very similar. You go with your rough measurements and you have a couple hours to create and choose the cabinets and to create the layout and design it overall. So the consultant, the representatives of the store, they usually help to design it, and they also use some software to visualize it, so you'll be able to see the end result like maybe an hour or two and see if you like it. And also they will give you a quote for all those cabinets that you have chosen, so they will give you immediately the quote, how much is it going to. They can also suggest you some people for the installation, and they can also give you the price, a quote for the installation as well. So this is a really nice free thing to do, considering that you are not a professional. If you don't want to spend like a lot of money on a high-end designer, then talking to the kitchen designers at Home Depot, Lowe's, IKEA, or any other local shop that you have is a great idea. When you go to the design consultation appointment, if you have all those measurements from the step one, and you have the blue tape test, and you know at least roughly what kind of cabinetry you want and what kind of a layout you are thinking about, it really helps the kitchen designer give you more suggestions, to give you better ideas about the available cabinets, layouts, and overall it will speed up the process. And in step 5, go home and review the kitchen design that from your local cabinetry store. After you got all those options, you probably be thinking, oh wow, everything is nice and perfect, but going back home and taking some time and reconsidering and looking at your budget and being more realistic at this time, and excluding things that are not high priority and sticking to the things that you really need in your new kitchen will help you to figure out what things you want to include. Do you want like pull-out drawers in all of your cabinets? Maybe it's not necessary in some places, so consider all those things. After revising, you can always go back and make another appointment, make some changes in the kitchen design that you've got. That's always an option. So now I just want to give some tips based on my personal experience. So the first thing is you want to go to multiple stores. Go to Home Depot and then go to Lowe's, maybe go to also Cabinets to Go, and even go to IKEA. Even if you are not going to purchase and you know it for sure, you might get some ideas when someone from IKEA will be helping you to design the kitchen. That way is really nice. Shop around. Don't just stick with one company, because always you can get some more ideas or maybe better pricing. And when designing the kitchen layout, also think about the electrical outlets. There are specific codes for the outlets to be like, if you go online and read the code, you will understand. But other than that, sometimes you need extra outlet. Maybe you have a special pantry and you want to have Dyson vacuum, and then you need an outlet inside of that pantry, right? Or if you are going to have a KitchenAid or maybe some toaster, and you need a special outlet for that, not just on the wall but maybe inside of the cabinets or outside of the cabinets. So consider all of those things and put it at the very beginning, because electrical work goes first even before installing the kitchen cabinets. Another tip is considering the clearance. I just want to highlight that clearance is really important, especially if there are multiple people in the kitchen at the same time. In the code, you find that there is a specific number of inches for the clearance, between the cabinets, between the doors and the cabinets and all those stuff. But sometimes those are not enough just based on the room that you have, because my kitchen has 4 doorways. It's kind of tough because people come from all around and it's just a mess. So for that reason, I think more like space is needed, and maybe in your case you might also need a little bit more clearance. So make sure that you do that glue tape test. You feel comfortable moving around the kitchen. These were the tips that I really wanted you to pay attention. I want to say that I'm creating a series of home renovation videos. I will be sharing our renovation mistakes, regrets, a lot of tips and hacks in the upcoming videos. So subscribe to this channel, and if you're interested more in kitchen renovation, then watch this next video about 5 mistakes that we made when we were renovating our kitchen. You'll get a lot of things to work on, and see you in my next video.